They were shot today.
Walking down the street, you never know. It just be your time to go.
Right. You always gotta look behind, turn your back.
They say is what violence on the streets of Chicago really looks like. The 20-year-old had recently returned to Chicago from college in Georgia. He was gunned down in what police are calling a gang shooting.
He's a handsome young man too. Very handsome young man, and he got killed. Probably on some nonsense.
Devontae's funeral was Friday, a few hours before the start of another violent weekend in Chicago.
I want privacy 18. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a gangbanger. I ain't gonna.
You said I won't probably see you over 18. That's the point. That's the key.
A few hours before the start of another violent weekend in Chicago.
I want privacy 18. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a gangbanger. I ain't gonna lie. I'm keep it real with
you. Another violent weekend in Chicago.
I want privacy 18. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a gangbanger. I ain't gonna lie. I'm keep it real with you.
Silas.
Shalom, another episode of Performing Arts, Brother Shema Bassar, a quick hitter, knockout. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing games right here. Okay, so you seen the illustration about the young boy say, yo, I might not even live 18. I might not even live to be 18 or 16, something he said. And how many of us feel like we never going to be able to live to like our age? Now, I thank the Lord that the age that I am, I'm 50 years old, I'm 49, but to even live to be 49, I think that's precious. And I think the Lord showed me mercy because I've done a lot of things, good and bad, but I changed my ways, and I repented. And I'll try not to do those same things over again. But even when I was not doing those things, I always felt like I wasn't going to be here for a long time. And some say, especially the other races, they say, oh, cut it out with that crying. You so-called black people always want a way out. You always want something to be handed to you. Okay, cut it out. But you don't realize that every day that you driving in a car, that you subjected to be hunted down and killed by mistaken identity. And when they kill you and they murder you, they lock you up, stomp you out, whatever they do, they just say, sorry. We sorry. It was a mistake. Okay, it's sorry. It's always sorry and mistakes on the so-called young African, Native American, and so-called Latin, Spanish, and brothers of Island of the Sea. That's on the 12 charts chart. Greetings. Who is our brothers? They always get the bad end of the stick. The last one hired, first one fired, incarcerated with high numbers. So-called Europeans, so-called white races, the other races, they do the same thing, but they don't get the same judgment. But you say we crying. White boy do the same thing, he get 4 years, 3 years. Or, you know what I'm saying, you do it, the so-called, one of us do it, we'll get like what? We will get 10 years, 20 years, 30 years for the same crime that he did. So every time we get pulled over, we scared for our damn life. And you ain't live it, if you ain't never been this race and you ain't never felt persecuted, don't talk about it because you don't know about it. You got to be us and get persecuted how we've been getting persecuted to understand that. Okay? So you always know I give you a scripture. Yeah? And that's crazy, man. It's just one of those things, man. Yeah, one of those things. Let me get that scripture. Deuteronomy 28. You got to start looking at the root of the problem. Oh, you guys killing yourself. But who's putting the guns in your community? Who's bringing the coke from the boats in your community? Deuteronomy 28. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Remember what the young man said. And this is what a lot of us, and then I seen today earlier, a lot of young teens killing themselves. Okay? Too many Jakes don't really kill themselves, but, you know, they are Jakes. The Jakes are so-called black man, Latin man, Hispanic man. You do see them killing themselves, but not as much as Europeans. And that's a fact. This is Deuteronomy 28. And this is, I'm gonna read 65. Deuteronomy means second law. And among these nations shall thou find no ease. You don't find no ease here. Every ethnic group comes here and get rich over us. Always remember that. Everybody say we come into America and get rich off of us. And they do get rich off of us. And they build their homes back up. And they give you pennies that make you bust your behind for the pennies while they live luxuriously. And their kids go to the best schools. So don't be fooled. And this is a curse also for the Most High letting this happen, because you won't come back to him. So he's letting your oppressors oppress you until he come back. Yahweh shall his son come back with his sickle, and all the judgment for those who did bad things to us, they're going to be judged back, and it's going to come back to them. Recompense for what they did will come back to them. It says, Deuteronomy 28:65, and among these nations shall thou find no ease. Do you find ease, young man, young Israelite man? Neither shall thy sole of thy foot have rest. Nope. You go to a park, you sit, chill, you listen to music, the cops come and harass you. They're always watching what we're doing, harassing us. Even though some of us doing wicked stuff, though. But still, that's not the point. But it is the point for you not to be wicked as well. But the point is that sometimes you're getting persecuted for things that you haven't even been, that you've not done. Not everybody in jail is really guilty. And then it says, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and falling of eyes and sorrow of mind. This is the point in verse 66, Deuteronomy 28:66, and ponder on this. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Read it again. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life, and shall have none assurance of thy life. I gotta read it one more time because I want it to hit home. This is how you be feeling, especially the young men and the older men. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. I don't know if I'm going to live to see tomorrow. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Another episode of Clone Shalom.